Sony finally broke their silence after a long time, and I gotta say, I am absolutely thrilled by this. I couldn't have been happier to wake up to brand new PlayStation news, and wow, was it worth the wait. I tell you what, I was already excited for the PlayStation 5. I'm sure you guys probably figured that out. The PlayStation 5 has me absolutely salivating. I want to get my hands on it. I can't wait to actually pre-order the thing. I'm very excited by what's happening. And they came out with some new stuff today, some new announcements, some stuff we didn't know. And I think that they're preparing us for the big news of the price and the release date and stuff like that. I just want to be able to put my money down. You know, I'm sure you guys are in the same boat, but I want to get through this because this is going to be a very exciting video. I'm going to go over a lot of information that they dropped today. Realistically, they just threw the first couple punches at Microsoft, the 1-2 buckle my shoe, and it's going to be a great video. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. You know, the easiest way you can support the channel, a simple like. You can hit the bell so you're notified of everything. I do at least one video a day, so keep that in mind as you sort of go with me into the future, whatever, as we continue this journey of greatness, right? So anyway, Sony, unbeknownst to everybody, just started kicking off their ad campaign for the PlayStation 5 with a teaser showcasing the console's new technology. This is something that is absolutely incredible. They're showcasing this stuff for the first time. They debuted ad. This has actually been something that's really cool. Sony's been excellent at showcasing, you know, why you should buy their consoles for a long time. They did it with the PS4, right? Like, I can remember the Great Day reveals and stuff like that. It was absolutely incredible. So we saw the big PS5 reveal in June, and now there is a new television ad. Look, Sony believes in television ads. That's a great thing. That's the big difference between them and Microsoft, where Microsoft doesn't really, you know, do anything. So they're talking about this. They're talking about how, you know, they would have done things had it been a normal situation, but we all know what's going on with the pandemic right now. And they say, this is Eric Lempel, the head of global marketing for Sony Entertainment. He says, not just for the parts of the organization I oversee, but for all parts of the organization. The nice thing is that we're all pulling together. We will launch this year. That will happen. And from my end, we will absolutely make sure that we will bring all the magic and all the excitement of the launches that we've had in the past, which, again, that's very, very important if you think about it. They're confirming once again that they are going to launch. He says, we are still committed to doing that. It's more challenging than ever, but our gamers expect a lot from us. It's a chance to celebrate the beginning of a new generation, and this spot kicks off PlayStation 5 marketing efforts. And this is just the beginning. So you can see that this is the initial entry. Hopefully it looks high quality. Hopefully it captures the imagination of the viewer. And from here, it just gets bigger and better. He says, if the world was in a normal place, we would be out there with demo stations at different events with the ability for consumers to touch the product and interact with it and really understand what we're talking about. The challenge early on how we do things, how to express with this spot, and at the same time, how do we create a spot given the current limitations presented by what's going on. This is the challenge that was on all fronts for us. The ad is definitely unique. It's one of those things where they put a lot of time and effort and was worked on by a big group of people. This was actually, he says, anyone that has seen the making of Star Wars spin-off The Mandalorian will have a good idea about how this was made, so they use a lot of the technology that was in that as well. He says, we really had to change how we do things. If we weren't in the current situation, we probably would have produced a slightly different type of spot. This is going to become the new way of the world for the foreseeable future, and a lot of us had to adapt and shift and get innovative and creative. Although it is not the situation we would want in a launch year, we are pretty happy with how we've been able to pivot and create something like this. The ad itself has been designed to try and convey a feeling to consumers. The crack of the ice, drawing of the bow, the firing of a rocket. It's all done through careful use of sound and imagery, but it's very effective. And it's very effective in promoting the PlayStation 5. They have the haptic feedback, the adaptive triggers, the 3D audio. Those are all central to Sony's vision for the new consoles. And he says even further, he says, looking at the product and talking to developers and hearing from them about what makes PlayStation 5 special, there's a lot of things that they are excited about, and these things are a major step change where we've been in the past of interactive entertainment. And he says that this is probably the most literal part of the campaign, where there's really deliberately talking and trying to convey with feeling different parts of the product. So they're really kind of pitching, you know, we have this next generation console, it's bringing you next generation features, and it's doing stuff that nobody's ever done before. And I think that that is realistically exactly what they should be doing. Okay, they've got something that's absolutely incredible to show off. They've got some games. People are going to continue to be excited by what Sony's been showcasing, and I feel like they've been doing a good job of getting this out there to let people know, hey, we've got this incredible console, we've got incredible games, we've got all this great stuff, and we just want you guys to realize that this is what we have. So he was actually talking to a lot of the developers and stuff like that. And he gives examples of it too. He's like talking with the Demon Souls team. They found that they could take simple things that were really not exciting moments in the game and in the past, and then turn them into a sensory experience using the features. It's something they're saying that the features of the past couldn't do in any way, couldn't replicate the feeling of, in their words, opening a gate or striking metal or fire crackling in your hand. These are the types of things that were kind of secondary in the past, and they're brought to you to the forefront to immerse the player into the games bigger and better. What have I been telling each and every one of you guys? Right? Immersion. Almost no load times. You're going to have the adaptive triggers. You're going to have the feedback where it feels like you're pulling a bowstring. There's all these different things that put you in the game like never before. So that's something that people have to kind of get into. Realistically, this is something that really blows my mind that they're able to accomplish this. The way that they've sort of kind of executed this. I really appreciate what they've been able to do. Obviously, they say that we can expect the PS5 campaign to actually switch areas outside of things like 3 audio and all the other stuff, and more of the showcase of the games. And this, to me, was the most important thing. He says, once you get beyond all the features of the PlayStation 5, which makes it a true next-generation product, and they believe in generations, it's about the content. What have I been saying? It's about the content, folks. He says the content that will be in the launch window and beyond is incredibly exciting. I would say that this is the best lineup that we've ever seen in the history of PlayStation between our worldwide studio groups and our partners from all the different publishers around the world. We've revealed some of the content, and naturally there will be more to come, but the way that developers can engage with the platform and create these new experiences with known IP as well as unknown IP is incredibly exciting. So they're already teasing more announcements, and there's already rumors popping up that we're going to get an event coming up within the next couple of weeks even that are going to showcase these new games. So he's already promising new games. They're going to have new reveals, new IP. These are things that are critical to the success of a console and console maker, and it does look like they are going that extra mile, that extra effort, and the fact that they're saying, hey, we believe in generations, and this is why, because even on something like Demon Souls, which was a PS3 game, you're never going to experience that on PS3 or anywhere else the way that you're going to experience it on the PlayStation 5 for the first time, okay? And even though that's not my type of game, I can respect it and say, hey, if you're a Souls person, you're going to want to pick up a PS5, right? Like, that game looks incredible. It's got ray tracing. It's utilizing everything that they have. I think that a lot of people are going to be extremely excited for this, and it's not just them. It's every developer, literally, and it's not just the Sony developers. I keep getting told by Xbox fanboys, oh well, you blow into it. It's all gimmicky. It's this, that, and the other thing. Well, listen, these developers seem to be loving this. Big, small, in between, they're all utilizing what Sony has given them. And I feel like that is something that's really incredible. And that's something that we've not really seen before, where developers jump all in on the next generation like that. Because most of the time, let's be real, most of the time when we see stuff like this, it's much more gimmicky. And I'm not saying blowing into controllers is gimmicky. I'm saying that the feedback and all that kind of stuff isn't gimmicky. Like, developers are really loving the idea of the immersion level, okay? And I think that that's something that a lot of these people are forgetting. It's not just, oh, well, here's the gimmick or whatever. Like, I get it. Like, the Xbox One had some tension with their things as well, but nothing used it, right? Not even their own stuff. I think Forza game used it or something, but this is a completely different, much more amped up level of that, and they're really going to showcase what you can do. So I, for one, am extremely excited by what they're going to be offering, and I know that this is like a first shot across the bow at Microsoft. Let's be 100% real here. They're going to be showcasing and announcing their lineup. There's rumors that Gran Turismo 7 and even Ratchet and Clank and Demon Souls could be launch games or quickly thereafter games, okay? How is Microsoft going to compete with that? You're looking at a PS5 that's likely going to be cheaper, at least a discless version, than the then the Xbox Series X, and games that are scheduled to come out all of next year, and Microsoft didn't have any of that. So realistically, you know, you have the old, you know, the old stuff, which is the Xbox, was basically, you know, an Xbox One X.5, or the new hotness, you know, with the PlayStation 5, the next generation, with the new stuff that only capable on that console, the new immersion stuff only capable on that console. I think Sony's gone about it the right way. I think the fact that all of the majority of gamers are used to things that way are going to mean that they're going to easily kind of go with Sony with what they're doing. I mean, let's just be real. People don't like change. People don't like change. That's why there was so much blowback on what Microsoft did at the beginning of the generation with the Xbox One. Okay? People might be a little bit more accepting of certain things now, but at the end of the day, it's very comforting to know, hey, Sony's doing things more traditionally. I buy my new console. I buy games only playable on that. We're good to go. Okay, and Microsoft, on the other hand, has a heck of a time trying to explain why anybody even needs their console, because they keep saying they don't care if they sell it to you or not. And then there's literally no games, no AAA from them coming out for it. Their pitch for next generation is play your old games slightly better. Like, that's not a pitch for a new console to me at all, to be 100% clear. That's the worst pitch that I could ever imagine. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. So, anyway, I will link this. Brilliant commercial. Brilliant first start to next generation. We're getting close, folks. It's happening. I'm excited. Let me know what you think down below. They really took some shots at Microsoft today. It's going to be a great next generation. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.